Hi there, YouTube, Mark Vergeer here, with a small update. I actually I'm using my new camera here, and yeah, just to see how a quick vlog thing works. White balance may be a bit off, but you know, who cares. I got a package, and it's an enhanced cooling solution for my retro gaming PC. I've actually got several PCs. This PC that I have here right now is a system that basically is used for emulation and Steam quite a bit, and I'll show it, and yeah, I'll take you on the journey of upgrading the standard cooling solution, because it does sound like a Hoover, and I've de-Hooverized quite a few of my systems, and yeah, I think it's nice to just take you on the journey. So let's go take a look at the PC first. So this actually is the PC. I've got that case twice, and it's a socket 1150 motherboard, so not the latest i5, but it's a very nice i5, and I'm just going to put it on my desk, and in that box is actually the cooling solution. So yeah, let's first open the box with the cooler. Yeah, so here we have the box of the Cryorig C1. It's a multi-socket cooling system. It works well with Micro X systems. It has a very small footprint. It has very wide, and it actually hangs over quite a bit of the RAM. It has a very large 140 millimeter fan, and it supports 2011 version 3, 1366, 1150, 1155, 1156, 775, but also AMD, FM12, AM2 and Plus, and AM3 Plus. So a very versatile and very quiet solution, and actually 5-step easy installation gets started in 5 minutes. So yeah, let's open the box. I mean, I've done this before, but I'm actually quite I'm quite a fan of these coolers. I have an old Dell socket 775 system that actually has one built in. This is an i7, which basically is my VR PC. At least when I can stomach it. It has one built in. This one still came with the standard cooler that came with the Core i5, and yeah, that's just noisy as hell. So opening up the box, there's a smaller box with the back mounting plates specific for all the Intel and AMD thing. It comes with a cooling paste, it comes with screws, it even comes with tools, and of course the fan and the cooling block. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'll be back. So here we have my case. It's a Charcoon case with an optical drive. Basically it's just a black slab, and it comes with a clear view window, and it's nothing too fancy. But yeah, let's open her up, and oh, you can actually see the standard cooling solution over there. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard drives are inside. It comes with a WMP 600 bronze gold, what is it, 80 plus power supply, which is actually quite a good one. It has a 656 sorry about that. It comes with a 650 GTX graphics card, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to just install the new cooler instead of that one. without having to remove the motherboard and without having to disconnect all the drives and stuff. I just want to have that, keep that in place. Yeah, it's a very nice black and easy case. I like it quite a lot. So yeah, let's see if I can actually have access to the back plate and see if it's easy to install the processor. Now, because it's a huge thing, you actually have to install a back plate. Well, it's quite easy. There's holes in the motherboard where the old fan, this is the old fan, where the old fan feet actually went in. And yeah, basically there's 4 holes. You stick it in. You have various settings for various different sockets. There's even a different back plate for AMD over there. And yeah, it's just a matter of putting the thumb screws, and on the thumb screws, they're double threaded. Actually, there's the whole new what is it? The whole new fan unit will actually be put on. So very interesting stuff. Yeah, I think it's visible. Over here are the 4 spots where the back plate protrudes, and I actually had to screw in a couple of thumb screws, and basically these brackets will actually be put on top of that with another set of thumb screws, and onto these, yeah, it's very hard to see, but onto these little pillars thingies, the whole unit is actually screwed on, and oh well. Okay, so here you can actually see that the 2 brackets with are put in place with the thumb screws. So basically, this is a very stable, sturdy solution that actually goes through the motherboard, and basically all the forces are actually most of the forces are actually being put on the bracket instead of the CPU and the motherboard, so the motherboard doesn't actually bend that much. Yeah, so now it's a matter of putting some alcohol on a oh wait, it actually came included with an alcohol rubbing thing. It actually came with an alcohol pad. I'm just going to clean the processor and put a dab of cooling paste, just a pea of cooling paste on top, and then basically seat the cooling unit, and later on actually attach the fan. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so basically this is the big cooling block, and it gets mounted in such a way that it actually overhangs the RAM. And this actually is the fan that gets screwed on top, which is a huge fan, and yeah, it's silent, and it has a very nice airflow, so that's actually quite good. I'm a very big fan of how this actually is installed. It's very easy to install, and it comes with all the supplies. You know, you don't have to wait for anything. It just comes in a complete package. The C1 cooler, yeah, it's not too high a profile, and it fits in a micro ATM case, and it's a very quiet and very efficient cooler. And I think my CPU core temperature will actually drop by perhaps more than 10 degrees Celsius. Let's mount it and see how it looks. So I have applied a pea of cooling paste, not too much, just that. and it will get spread out once you put this on. These screws are actually going into those holes and you reach them by putting this screwdriver through the screw holes. Yeah, so let's remove this adhesive and then put it on. Yeah, I did temporarily remove the graphics card just to have some clearance, and it could be that I have to use the other slot, actually, the other AGP slot, in order to be able to still use the graphics card, but I may actually get away with it. We'll see. I may have to change the orientation of the I may actually have to change the orientation of the unit, perhaps rotate it like that. We'll see. Cleared of the cooling paste, reoriented these brackets so that the overhang of the cooler will actually face that way, so the heat pipes will be further away from the graphics card, because I do want to use that slot. I thought the motherboard actually only had one PCI Express slot, so this actually could eventually, perhaps someday, be actually used as a how do you say that? As a SLI configuration, but probably not. But yeah, so I mean, it's nice that this this fan actually, this cooling unit actually is capable of being rotated, you know, so that it won't interfere with any of the other settings, the other devices around. Yep. Yep. And it sits in place, and the graphics card is back in place. And yeah, quite happy with it.